Welcome everybody. How we doing tonight?
Hi.
Welcome
We're
everybody
here,
out
we're
there.
here.
This is
We
the
here, we here,
AGP
we here.
podcast.
We here, we here, we here.
All right,
I
let's
think
go
everybody
around. We
in
go and
Florida
do a little
today.
quick intro. What's up? What's up, Cherie?
Hi y'all. Happy Tuesday. We here, Got a little but we here. We about to break this. I'm
It's
excited
a
because
rough day, right?
yes, because this is ridiculous. This just it's since this morning.
You've been chopping at the bits. Let's get
Woo,
everybody else in, and then we can move on to it. What's up,
yes.
Lola?
Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday. I think today everybody was in Florida, so that's what happened. That's
That's
why
what
we a little
happened.
bit late.
Yeah,
But we here
that's what's up.
ready
That's
to
what's up.
dissect this topic.
Yeah, definitely. They're there to dissect it. Razor, what's going on, man?
Yo, I'm here. Another day, man. If I was in Virginia, I could have gave my weather update. But since
Well, I
I'm
thought you
not,
guys had equipment and tools that can do anything from anywhere, even from
You know,
space.
see that I wouldn't be right, because then, if I do that, then I would be telling you something that I'm not. I wasn't there to do my tests and my barometer and
Oh man.
see
Okay,
everything
we
in
gotta
the
make sure he
building.
is accurate.
Okay.
his
Northwest,
barometer.
So
southwest,
this whole time I thought he was putting up his finger and spitting on it and turning it in different directions to get the temperature and the weather and all that.
Let me feel if the wind is going to be north, east, southwest. What's going on?
So you have real tools then.
Listen, man. Listen, man.
He
What do you think? I'm
official with
faking?
his.
I'm not
He,
faking this thing. This
man,
thing
he's
is real,
official.
man. I
He's
give real,
official.
accurate weather. That's what I
Okay.
He's
do.
official.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
All right, let's get into it, y'all.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's get into it. You know it's me, it's your boy Short Man, Short Middle, aka OG. We're missing the big man tonight. Yeah, out there here on another planet tonight, hanging out with his family. So we love that. We celebrate that. So
we
we're gonna
celebrate the
hang out. We're
family.
gonna do this.
Family
We're gonna
is
do this for
good.
the family tonight.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Definitely.
Where
Let's
do I
get it.
start? Where do we start? So
Mm.
I know. So we had this conversation before, and we had some different, opinions on it. Some say it wouldn't happen. A lot of us thought it would, because we kind of been watching and reading the tea leaves. A lot of us thought it would happen. So, I got up this morning for some junk.
Mhm.
I'm sure you all got up to the same news as well.
Yes.
So tell me, Cherie been chopping at the bit since we got up here. So, Cherie, now,
Let the
now,
chopper rip. Oh, I'm sound like
what,
a man.
what do you think? So the opinion is not out yet, right? It's not out yet, and I hear people saying that it may change when it actually comes out. What are your feelings on this?
First of all, it's not gonna change because it's a bunch of them. Oh, damn it. Okay. Like how the reason why I'm so about this is because you cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. One. Yes, you can, of course, you can have opinions, you can say, well, you sure, things like that. But the reason why I'm more upset is because women get assaulted every day, and they end up with a pregnancy, unfortunately. So you trying to tell me that you gonna force this woman to have a child that came out of not out of love, not out of force, and you're telling me that you're gonna stop? You cannot. They like it's. It's ridiculous.
I
We
mean,
are. I've said that. I don't know if y'all. I always say this thing, but The Handmaid's Tale. If anybody know about that show, this part of it.
this is
This
art imitating
part of
life, huh?
this
The
is the
real deal.
Handmaid's Tale era. This is what it is because it is ridiculous.
So,
Even young girls get, you know what I'm saying? Get
yeah.
assault, and you trying to tell me that, oh, well, sorry, you cannot do that. Like this is not
Right.
about this is not about nobody's, oh, it goes against, but it's not about religion. It's about nothing about that. It's about a woman
All
having a
right,
right to do what she wants with her body.
that's what's up. Let's go around. Let's go around the table. We'll go around the the panel here, and let's everybody get something in. Then we'll come back around because there's a lot to say about this one.
So let me say this, man. This is why voting is very important. You have to know what you're voting for. And a lot of times we go to the poll, we just vote party line. You should vote what's in your best interest. And you got to know what's in your best interest. I just don't go and vote Democrat because you say I'm a Democrat, I vote Republican. So I'm a Republican. I look what's in the best interest of me before I go vote. And I knew that. Just listening to politics and all that stuff, I knew that this was a possibility. Under the Republicans. So my opinion on this is, if we want to change stuff, because for me as a man, I don't feel a man has no business in what a woman does with her body. None, zero. A man. I don't. You shouldn't have a bunch of men making decision on behalf of a
Well,
woman.
let's be clear what kind of men now. This is us old white men,
Hmm.
pretty much old white men, and a one white lady. That's on the extreme side.
Right.
I mean, so I mean that's really kind of the point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think what Razor is saying is 100% correct. It's not enough to just vote. You have to be informed when you vote, because you just go there picking everything that you think match with what you thought, and then you end up in situations like this. Excuse my voice, I'm a little bit sick. I got some sinus allergy stuff going on,
Take your
but
time, love.
I absolutely um am high level pissed because, like Cherie was saying, there are situations. Of course, there. Wait, let me stop. Let me go back. Of course, there are people who use abortion as their birth control, and
Mhm.
no, I don't think that's okay. Um, However, those are more of
Those are
the
the edge cases, right? Like the not the majority. So those are
right. Those are the
like the
exceptions.
exception, mate. Right?
The
Exactly.
exception.
Right.
So they
Mhm.
should. I don't think that it's proper to say, "Oh, okay, so whatever happens in your life, you know, this is what you got to live with." Imagine putting a woman in that space to where, first of all, pregnancy is hard, having children is hard, being a parent is hard. So imagine putting a woman in that space where she has to raise a child that came of a situation where a crime was committed against her, like literally. I would imagine that she would literally hate that baby because of the situation that it came out of. So you're setting her up to deal with some serious postpartum, serious depression, setting up that baby to have a horrible life.
But I don't even think it's likely. So I think it's likely that she may not even keep the child. Raise the child herself. She may give the child up for adoption, right?
Right.
and let me tell you something. I don't know if we look back in history. But when I was learning in school,
Oh, Razor
Oh, what happened?
froze. And
We
They're
lost
gonna
Razor.
be like,
Okay.
if these walls could talk with them wire hangers. People
Right,
gonna be
right. So I
dying.
mean, and so that's kind of like what women are going to be relegated back to, right? To kind of
Right.
go back to like yesteryear,
Mhm.
to like somebody was saying, women are going to have it worse than like after the 70s. The last 50 years, it was
yeah,
it was the law of the land. Now all of a sudden, you know, women are going to be born with this right being
And
taken
that's
away. Women are living now with this right gone.
and Western, I forgot who I was listening to, but she said it good. Like they put these laws because they had a woman doing it in their house,
yeah,
on dirty floors, on things like that, and just doing whatever. And some of them died because they didn't know what they was doing. So
right.
they
I
had
mean,
these type of things for them. But for you to just be like, and like we all know, some states is gonna go full force.
Yeah,
Mhm.
oh, I mean, it's
Full
not even
force.
it's not even a question. So they have these things, these laws they call trigger laws. So it's like as soon as it get shot down, these guys are ready to like put into effect.
Yeah.
It's like if this condition is correct, we're
It's
gonna do
like they're
this.
ready like
Yeah,
this.
they're like ready right now. They're just waiting
Wait.
for the day when the decision comes down and automatic. This is like 26 states, I think, are already like just sitting and waiting.
Yeah.
It's like it's like ready to pull the proverbial trigger, right? Ready to pull the trigger, and just let it rip. And so
It's a very dangerous thing that they're doing because there's a lot of consequences. So
man.
they're going to create a whole illegal market behind this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of doctors
repeating
going on the
itself.
ground.
Yeah.
It's gonna be little what they chops or whatever back then, back in the back of the
You know,
yard.
you watch those shows, right? You watch the shows where
Mhm.
guys, I can't go to the doctor. A doctor down the street, on the ground, going to the
Mhm.
pet clinic or something, wherever, just to go anywhere, cross state lines. And that's another thing too. Are they gonna make it illegal for you to cross state lines now, go to another state to get it done, right? The interstate commerce or whatever. You can't go cross state lines to do this. Is that going to be a punishment? I just saw on TV a Republican chick. She's black. I'm not even gonna say her name. They're all talking about the subject here, and I guess she said something about it's like you're killing a child or killing an unborn child, and the guy was like, well, how much jail time do you think they should get for that? She's like, well, I don't want to be judge, jury, execution. I don't want to, I don't want to put nobody in jail. But he said, yeah, they just killed an unborn child. I mean, you're saying they kill an unborn child. It's a crime, so they should go to jail for it. How long should they go to jail for? It's gonna get wicked after a while. It's gonna get terrible after a while.
Bad. It's gonna because
It's
go ahead, Razor.
No, I said, yeah, no, just to piggyback on what you're saying, it's definitely going to get wild. It's going to create something that I don't think people realize the consequence that what if they do change it, that's going to happen because like I said, and I look at another thing that the people at the top, they only do stuff when it starts to affect them, So when they get their side chicks pregnant and their side chicks can't throw away the baby, can't get an abortion or whatever, and they're gonna be like, wow, this affects me.
Those same governors, those same Congress people in those state houses with those side chicks, exactly. They're going to be in the same position, but it's not even that for me. For me, it's just a matter of that's a woman. That's her thing. That's her body.
How can
I don't
you
care what
as a
reason she
man
thinks.
feel
I don't care.
entitled to do that? Like it's like Cherie said, it's that show, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Basically, they force these women to have children for the people who cannot have children. And it's unfortunate that there are people in the world who exist that cannot conceive. However, it's not the responsibility of anyone else to make that happen for you.
Yeah, you can't force nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's exactly in that show. That's exactly how it's happening.
Yeah.
Like this is upsetting on so many levels, and it's not even specifically to me, but just as being a woman to try and take away that choice. Like I would not, I'm not a person that couldn't work for me. And hopefully I would never be in a situation to where I felt like I needed to do that. But for those that, that's the choice they have to make. It's horrible that this is what's coming about in 2022.
Yeah, I mean, the core idea is it's a woman's body. We don't have any decisions. I know they used to be in the business of making decisions for women. That's not today. No one should want to be in that business. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat or independent. It's a woman. It's your body. And all them Republican women sitting out there and supporting it, shame on you guys.
Yeah.
Republicans always talk about freedom, right? They talk about freedom, Second Amendment rights, freedom of speech. What about freedom for a woman to choose? Where did that go? It's freedom when it's convenient for them.
Right. Everything when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
Everything as it pertains to their life is okay. It's fine.
Like they don't take in consideration nothing. Like there's a lot of kids that get abandoned and they don't get adopted. Some of them get abused. Some of them wish, like I've heard kids say, like, I wish my mama aborted me, because they just abandon them. So now it's gonna come to a point that now it's gonna be more babies being abandoned because the mom don't, she probably went through a horrible thing, don't even want to look at the baby, just drop them off and drop them. So now we're gonna have that growing now, orphans, and there's enough of them out there. So this is gonna triple, quadruple. It's gonna be worse. I don't know what these men. I don't know what they thinking. Like they just wanna. I think they just sit there and just come up with ideas like, "Hey, what we gonna do today? Let's do this. Let's let's turn over this real quick because we don't feel like this right now."
You notice they pick everything that's gonna affect people of people of color, people of lower resources, so to speak. So they pick everything that can affect people like that, and that's horrible. But let's expand the topic a little bit though, right? So this is one thing that they're doing, but there are a lot of things come into play when you talk about abortion rights. So that's one part of it. Next is going to be contraceptive. Are you going to be able to get it when you want it? Are you going to have special permission to get it? They're going to put a lot of stuff under that umbrella, right? They're going to write a lot of little poison stuff in there. They're going to add a lot of stuff to make
That's true.
Because then, like birth control, all of that, like
everything.
So
like,
then
are they going to stop the plan? What's the other one? The plan B? Are they going to stop that?
Right. So how are you going to be able to get it? Like think about young ladies in high school, right? In high school, they shouldn't be having sex. We know that, but that's not the world we live in.
Right.
So what's going to happen then? Are they going to be able to go? They can't go to Planned Parenthood probably anymore to get contraceptive without their parents, right?
Exactly.
It's going
to
get wild.
It's a trickle down effect, and I didn't even that didn't even cross.
That didn't even cross my mind either.
There's so much. It's so much more. Think about people are saying what else are they going to try to roll back? Somebody mentioned interracial marriage, not affecting any one of us directly necessarily, but a family member. So that's like. Are we going back to segregation again? Is that where they're going next? What are they going to do next? That they have Supreme Court for the next 30, 40 years probably. What are they going to do next?
Maybe they think their population is dropping, so they're finding.
America's browning. America's browning because that's just evolution. Stuff's going to change. People are mixing DNA, everything. What's that, Lola?
They started population control.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And now they're trying to increase the population. Like, how do you know? Like, okay, COVID, okay, and all the hospitals was full. All the doctors can't take new patients, can't see the patients that they have because of everybody's sick. Imagine if everybody's pregnant. Pregnancy is not 3 weeks or.
Imagine if dying from pregnancy becomes a pandemic.
Right. Because people can't get the health care that they need. Now that you mention it, the wheels are turning, and it's just all bad.
There's nothing good about
these are the same people that don't want to give health care,
right?
And like you said, going, for a woman to put their body through pregnancy is very hard, and not everybody want to do it. Not everybody wants to be a mother, and people should have the right to choose, because we know we all here have seen parents that we know don't deserve to be parents, because they haven't treated their kids right, and now we're gonna expand that times 1,000. Like, come on,
healthcare, the healthcare part of it though. So imagine the people without healthcare right now navigating. They may be able to, they may say, okay, I can't afford healthcare, or my reason is I'm not ready to have a child, or whatever the case may be. Your reason's your reason. That's what I'm trying to get. That's the core principle of this. Your reason's your reason. I don't care why you're doing it or how you're doing it. That's your business. You're a woman. That's your business. But healthcare, now everybody don't have healthcare. They do not want to expand Medicaid, Medicare, anything for people of lower resources and lesser means.
Right.
But yet you want people to have children that they can't take care of.
Right.
I mean, how
even
does that
people
work?
who
Somebody
are
let me. Somebody make it make sense for me.
even people who are not, considered low income or whatever,
Well, even yeah, exactly. Those
healthcare
people.
is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
And then not only do you have to pay, like say if you have healthcare through your job, not only do you have to pay those premiums out of every check, when
Mhm.
you go to the doctor, you still got to pay. You
You
got
got
to
to pay
Still
a
gotta
copay.
pay
That
your
called
copay.
copay, right? Yeah.
You still got to pay. You still got to do all of that
Wow.
stuff.
Those, those,
It's not cheap. Sometimes
right.
you go to the doctor and I see, what I have to pay, and I'm like, wow, this is a
That
lot. And
why you ain't
this is
go.
this is with the insurance. I'm not talking,
Right.
Exactly. Like
you know.
I remember when I had my last baby, my youngest. I just wanted to see big. I was covered, but I just wanted to actually see the bill. And they gave I said, now
it's, a,
imagine if
it's a serious bill.
I looked at that bill. I mean, they charge you for everything you
They
can.
Mhm.
charge for aspirin, a Band-Aid.
Aspirin,
You
Band-Aid.
breathe to the left, that's
They said,
$300.
what?
It's
To
crazy. It's
It's gonna
crazy.
affect us because he said, "What y'all think?" It's gonna affect us.
Oh
Who
yeah,
that?
I mean, yeah, it's going to affect people of color.
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
know this.
it's definitely it's
That's
gonna
But
what's
it's going to be those chicks in the suburbs too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Those suburban moms. Maybe she have 3 or 4 kids already. She don't want another one. That's her business.
Right.
What is she going to do?
This
and,
is
Like you
and,
said,
and,
in the
like,
case of
do
rape,
y'all
and
believe this is
incest.
what's happening right
it's,
now? Like,
it's,
2022.
it's
This is
yeah,
happening.
this is
yeah,
insane.
it's definitely, yeah, like you say, it's gonna affect us the most. And just to say, like, Charmaine mentioned earlier, um, you know, we don't know what type of rules they're gonna set with, like, birth control and all those type of stuff, because now remember, those stuff don't always work. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I'm gonna say something that's
Exactly.
unpopular. I mean, what's next? People, so like I said interracial marriage earlier. Just to kind of throw it out there. It seems far fetched, but people thought this was far fetched at one point too.
Right. Right.
What about the folks? What about the folks that are what about the folks that are transgender, LGBTQ? Are they all of a sudden now going to go back to no more rights for them? Are we going
Mm-hmm.
back to that? Listen, that's not my business either. That's your
Right.
life. You live your life how you want to live your life. I don't care
yeah,
what you like, what you believe, who you love, what you do. That's your life.
yeah,
So
And a
now we're
lot
gonna
of
start regulating
people,
everybody's life now from start to finish.
and a lot of people think that Planned
it's,
Parenthood
it's,
is just like an abortion. It's not just an abortion.
It's more than that, man. Oh
They
my God.
help young girls. They help people that don't have, a resource to get birth control. They don't have no type of doctor to see them when they're pregnant. Like you just taking
Sex
all that
education that we
away.
take for granted that they can't get in school in most
Yes.
in most states because they don't want the school to teach their kids sex education. That's where they have to go to Planned Parenthood to learn what they need to learn.
And
yeah,
they learn about taking care of their babies and things because I remember when I lived in California and one of my friends was pregnant. She was young, she was only 17, but she went to I went to Planned Parenthood with her. They're not it they taught her, they gave her resources to, like after when she had the baby, somebody will be there for the first couple of months with her, teaching her things like that. Like, and you're taking all that, they're gonna take all that away. All
Mm-hmm.
that
It's
away.
I
starting
mean,
with
what
the
about
funding for
the
parents,
routine
Planned
women exam
Parenthood.
and stuff that they go to get? What about
Exactly.
like
Free.
breast cancer screening? What about all that stuff? Mammograms? What about all that
They
stuff?
don't care. They don't care because they can afford it with whatever the cost of it is. So they're good, and that's all that matters.
I mean, women still. A lot of women need those. They have like history of cancer in their family, whatever. Their mom, whatever. That is so important to catch that early because it can be treated if you catch it early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about that?
yeah. Like you said, it's not just about one thing. It's about health care, period. And we see that they try to take
Yeah.
health care away. So,
Look at how they doing the voting rights.
yeah,
Suppressing voting. Now they want
And
to
that's
change
what
certain things.
Carrie was saying. Black women, you may lose your right to vote.
Yeah, maybe the next thing. Let's a quick commercial break. Everybody, if you're on the live, please share, and if you feel so moved, please subscribe. hit the like button while you're up there. Give us a thumbs up while you're there. Listen, we really need to drill in on this stuff, man. I mean, we're gonna really have to get serious as a people. We have to go out and vote. We can't sit around and complain. We got to go out and vote.
And
We're
we
here
have
because
People
2016 people didn't vote.
understand.
That's why we're here, and people made some bad decisions that year. That's why we're here. We lost 2 Supreme Court seats just because of that vote.
Yep.
People didn't vote in 2016.
We're not moving forward. We're moving backward. And
right.
like
We're
like
turning
we see,
towards history repeating itself.
yeah, vote has consequences, and like you said, they're not just going to stop here. They're going to
They
If
want
they
to
do
roll
this, if they can go in here and do this, can you imagine what else they're thinking about turning over?
right.
Can you? I mean, they better not come
I'm gonna
for
tell you
us
something though, Kerry said.
because
Black women may lose the
because
right to vote. If black women lose it, black men gonna lose it too. So we all gonna
they
lose
better
together.
not
Trust me.
come for us
We'll lose
because,
together.
in the words of Champy, the blicky be ready. The blicky will be ready.
We are not our ancestors. Shout out
We
to
are.
them, but we ain't them.
Yeah,
We got the power of them in us, so we might be triple more angrier than them.
Right.
Shoot.
we are not them. Not at
They're
all.
in us, but we not them. We just have their power because we know they're gonna be like, remember when they did this, and I'm like, I remember. I
Mhm.
remember.
That's
It was him, right? It was his grandpa. Okay.
Mhm.
Exactly. I had a question again. So now, next thing is, I hear people talking today, and most of the Republicans, they're only concerned about how the information got out. They want to find the person or persons that let the information out. I want to thank them. I want to thank them, and God forbid if they get caught or whatever, I will support your GoFundMe. I will put money in there. I would
Yes.
gladly put money in. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. Because I know
Right.
somebody may lose a career over it or freedom over it if they get caught.
And that's
I would
sad.
support your legal fund. Trust me, I would support your legal fund. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'll support, but like you said, you should thank them that it got out because
Yep.
what's the secret? They're
Right.
they're working
They were
behind
trying to do
doors to undermine so many people, women, and like I said, no man has no business telling a female what to do with their body,
Right.
and that should be the important part of it. A bunch of men. Now we should have women in place that we have a woman that's there that could say, hey, we could make decisions, based on us, but it's crazy to me how they just make these decisions, and most women are not involved.
But it's crazy because who set this whole Supreme Court thing up? The Orange Man.
It's time to tear that thing down. They're not doing
He
so.
set this
Yeah,
up. He set
that's
this
it.
up.
I mean, it's all about politics now. I mean, I always hear this every time. Well, the Supreme Court is not political. It's all political. It's nothing but
Everything is
political.
political.
It's
Yeah.
nothing. It's a politician that's putting you in that seat because you're up the same ideology or the same party as him. So he's putting you in there for that reason. Y'all try to we're independent. What? Yeah, you said it. You could say that out loud. Doesn't mean it's true because when you act dependent. You don't act independent. You act dependent on the person that put you in there. So let's not play that. Let's not play that game.
They're not supposed to act based on their beliefs, but come on, we know they do. They act based on their beliefs. They what they think should happen.
The court should be stripped down. I mean, honestly, there's no way to separate politics from it, really.
Right.
I mean, it's really hard, right? Because everybody has a belief system.
Yep.
I mean, and for the record, a lot of black people are conservative.
Yeah.
So people think that we believe in working hard. Working for what you get. We don't want anybody to give us anything. We rather work for it. We want to take care of our families. We want to raise a great family as well. So people, when they say, like black people are not conservative, no, it's not that we're not. It's that those guys over there are extreme, and they don't want us over there anyway.
Exactly.
So we're not going to go where we're not wanted. Well, there's some of us will, but we're not going to go. The majority of us where we're not wanted or we're not valued.
I just want the Democrats to do like I need y'all to act like them for just a little bit, like just act like them for a little bit. Just
Yeah, but
like right now, we have the majority in, because Democrat, we have the
I'm trying to
majority in
maintain.
there in the House.
Yeah.
So why is it that you like? What is it that they don't? I just don't understand. I'm tired of them being humble.
Oh,
I'm
but
the
it's
humbleness
the
gotta be out the door.
Democrats try to be the moral police. You know, I mean, we'll burn our own just to say we're on the right side.
Doing the right.
No,
Mm-hmm.
man. This time they are dirty, and you got to get dirty with them. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Right.
you got to
Exactly.
fight fire with fire, and this is the time. Oh, leave the filibuster alone. Burn it down, and make
To
some law,
the
make some rules.
ground.
Hell, gut the Supreme Court because they're not good for anything anyway, but taking away rights from people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to me how they do that, man. And like you said, the vote has consequences. We don't know what they're going to come for next. But like you said, most black people I know, like you said, they want to work, they want to get what they want to do what work hard for their money, take care of their family,
And leave us alone.
and leave us
Mm-hmm.
alone.
And leave us alone. We don't bother you. No, we don't bother
I
nobody
mean,
unless we
that's a
bother.
myth that all black people we want handout, we want government assistance. That's a
No.
myth. That's a myth that they perpetrated out there for years. That's a myth. It's more all white that's on assistance because
Yeah.
we make up a small portion of the population. So how could it be more of us?
Right.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
Go to
It
West
doesn't.
Virginia, for instance.
They about to, when this thing go, Virginia about to go in
Oh my
on
God.
this law.
Because a lot of people and a lot of people they're not going. A lot of times stuff don't affect
Yeah.
people until they're in that situation,
Mhm.
and once it starts to hit home, they're going to be like, "Wow, I can't believe this really happened,"
Right.
So but like you said, we probably can't stop it right now. The only way we're going to stop it is it when we go out and vote. We got to
Yeah,
vote.
for sure, for sure. Hey, let's
Let me
get Lola
read
to do
some
some reading here.
Mhm. Okay. Today is becoming the new 1984 by Orville. For sure. All these women dying from underground abortions. That's
Yep.
exactly what's going to be happening.
That's exactly. Yep.
They provide all OBGYN education and help. They give them options. Yes,
Yes. Planned
Planned
Parenthood.
Parenthood is
It
necessary.
is an awesome
It,
program.
it
It's
does a
necessary.
lot for women.
Yes.
There's consequences to elections.
That's for sure.
Some people still don't get it. Nope.
Nope.
They just going in there picking anything. They will do whatever to push the agenda. Facts. Worse and worse is all I'm seeing.
Yes. Worse and worse and worse.
That's one of my faves. It's a dystopian thought. I
Yeah.
think that's about him.
That's that George Orwell that don't believe your lying eyes.
Right.
You're not seeing what you're seeing. Orange had tried to tell us that too. Oh, don't believe what
This
you're
is
hearing. Don't
your
believe what they're saying to you.
imagination.
Yeah,
This is what happens when people only want to vote once in a while.
Thank you.
They want to look good,
You
uninformed.
Yeah,
gotta
they want to wear the sticker and take
Yeah.
pictures like, I voted today.
But you know what
locally,
though, guys? Even
locally.
I'm gonna let you go back in there, Lola. Even if we didn't vote for president, if we voted in every state election and we had all controlled state houses by Democrats, none of this crap would even be possible. Doesn't matter who was president. They couldn't mess with what was at the state level.
Exactly.
So we gotta vote, people. You gotta vote. Gotta vote.
White men always want to tell people what to do except stop being a dirtbag.
Exactly. Because they're a bunch of dirtbags.
They're
Most
dirtbag today,
definitely.
big time. They're solidified a dirtbagness today.
This is the Republican and Independent Party stand. True.
Yeah. Agree with
Who
that.
y'all think this will affect the most? Of course, we already know.
We know.
I want to, so I mean, if we had a crystal ball, if we have to pontificate, if we have to speculate, what do we think is next? What are they going to go after? What
can't even fathom it. Like this, I'm flabbergasted by this. Like,
Yeah, this ain't
crazy.
Are we gonna have school segregation? Like, so those 26 states that ban abortion, are they gonna try to segregate school at some point too again?
Listen, who
Because these are all
guys
Republican-led states.
we don't put nothing past it.
It's crazy.
Because
I
we've
mean-
been saying this, we've been talking about this. It was gonna happen because they kept pushing the issue. First they started with the voting rights, and now they're going with this.
I don't disagree that with our Mr. Anything Goes podcast there.
Gay
I
rights next.
believe that's on the table. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, nothing is off the table. The only thing is off the table is gun rights.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's where I'm lost at. We want the Second Amendment. We want everybody to be free to own a gun, but women cannot be free to take care of their own body. And next is going to be gay people not going to be able to free to be with who they want to be with.
Yeah.
That's
In
crazy.
school, they're already banning books in school. Next, they're going to say, if you want to do this, we're gonna segregate the schools so you can go over here and do what you want to do. I mean, trust me, it's going to be a crazy guy out there,
I mean,
Yeah, they
or lady
already,
that thinks about that.
they're already telling you what you can read in school and what you can teach. You
you
know.
can't pray.
They ban math books.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you
Like 21, I think like 21 or something, maybe more.
how do you
Math
ban
books.
a math like how
Because
do you
it introduced some concepts in there, maybe some statistics, maybe some stats. I don't know. They're just banning math books. I'm gonna have to dig into that a little deeper when I get off of here. Seriously.
Me too, because I don't understand how you math like it's not mathing right now.
Yeah. Well, hey, when I say Jamaica, do the maths, that's not adding up.
They
I
don't
can't
want
make
you to
that
be able
work.
to count the votes.
Right? They're gonna be like,
Matter
so
of fact,
if
Razor, do the math for me
gets
because I don't know
how
what they're
much is
talking
that?
about.
How
Can you make
much
that
is
math work for me, Razor?
34.
Listen, I could make it work. It's going to be astronomical.
Black women, you may lose your right to vote.
Hey,
Listen, I don't think we can separate
Don't
ourselves
put
from
it
them.
past them.
I think if you black, you just gonna not be able to. They're not gonna be like, oh, the men get to keep it now. Matter of fact, they like us worse because they think they can control the women, which is wrong. That's the exact opposite of what you could do.
Yeah.
which is crazy to me. Like I don't these they just makes my skin my
Mhm.
blood boil. Like I don't like you gonna have the only thing that makes me angry, like I said, is about when all these women are getting assaulted, all these young girls get assaulted and they end up pregnant by that, and you gonna make sure they have like that don't sit right
There's
with
going to
me.
be a lot of traumatized people, man.
Yes.
They're going to
Yes.
be traumatized by that.
Yes.
Okay, they all of that, but all they care about is that they are aborting children. That's it. They act like that's all it is.
That's
Wait a minute,
all it is.
I got a
Why?
comment over here.
I can tell.
Who's over on Facebook? Fire Diamond or Fire Beat Diamond saying, "Do any of you on the podcast know your identity?" What is that? What does that mean? I don't even understand that. I can't even.
Identity.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, what does that mean? Can you clarify, please?
As black.
I mean, I'm a black guy from Jamaica. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what are you trying to say, person?
I am black.
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 You know,
But I got a little razzle dazzle of Hispanic on my
So you know this. So here's something. This is somebody that doesn't have anything intelligent to say, right? Nothing intelligent to add to the conversation. So they ask us, "Do we know our identity?" See, that's how they try to come at us.
Yeah,
Now, if you have something something to say that's valid, we can have a discussion about it.
Mhm.
But if you don't, I mean, then you don't. I guess then you resort to these. I don't even know what this is.
Yeah,
No
you got to clarify that question.
More of the comment.
I don't know what
No
that.
All right, let's go, Lola.
I read this one already. If the Supreme Court can do this, they will be able to change a lot more that exists on the conservative agenda. For sure.
Yes. I'm telling you, they like writing it all out. Like, oh, we got away with that. Okay, so what else we do?
That's it.
They started
What
banning
else
books.
can we do?
They started banning books. Now they got Disney now, the biggest employer in Florida.
What
The
what
biggest
did Mickey
employer in
do?
Florida you want to mess with.
What did
Listen,
Mickey do to y'all? That's the happiest place on earth.
Shut up and make rides, I guess.
that's crazy.
Like, why y'all going messing with Disney World? Like, what is wrong with like
Leave Mickey Mouse alone.
exactly?
Right.
Leave Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse alone. Leave them alone.
Men will lose it as well.
That's true.
We
Yeah,
all
I
be.
don't separate myself from my queens at all. Where my
No
queens
black
go, I'm
women will
going.
lose
So
it
if you're gonna
first
take it from them, you have to
because
try
we
to take
got
it from
the
me
last.
too.
We'll lose it first, huh?
We're gonna fight for it together.
Then black men. Today's. Oh, I read that one already.
Oh, I know it is. Chat's
Thank them,
lagging
and we
behind a little
will
bit.
support them. Whoever leaked the information, thank
Yes. Put your cash app because I will send you some.
you. They so-called black women start to respect the real kings in this earth. It will be no change.
Bueno.
Okay.
Okay.
A bunch of white men.
Yeah, I mean, so a bunch of white men with some cooperative white women with their subservient white women.
I guess that's the part where they
Yeah.
they say the black women, that we got attitudes and we can't listen. Because we definitely wouldn't have went along.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
listen. Yeah.
And as you shouldn't go along with that.
Shut
Y'all
up,
been going
bro.
along for years with crap.
Ride the ride. Just ride.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what they're telling Disney to do.
Right.
Don't speak out. You're the largest employer in the state, but don't speak out for the people that work for you. Just shut up and be quiet.
And let us do whatever we want to do.
Come on now.
That's the problem, man. A few people in this country are willing to get dirty. Even went so far as to try to take over the government January 6th. So those guys are real extreme.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess folks on the other side are not willing to go that far. Obviously, we shouldn't. However, we need to fight in Congress now. We need to fight in the state houses. People need to get out and vote. Start looking at your local races. Start researching the issues and pick some decent candidates and let's go.
And stop
the midterms. If we lose,
we
are doomed.
We have hell to pay. You think it's bad now?
We are doomed. Exactly.
This should be a little wake up call.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully.
I know I sound like the sky's falling.
We have hopes. We have high hopes.
I know I sound like the sky's falling, but it is. Trust me.
It is falling.
It's falling.
It's falling.
It's falling.
And you could touch it.
Mm-hmm.
You can touch the sky.
They are distracting people from the real issue when they say they want to know who leaked the info.
Right. So they, it's like, look over here, while they're about to sucker punch you, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's just like you said, it's a distraction. They have that tactics that they use. They don't attack the issue; they attack something that's irrelevant to the issue. And
like, look over here, what we doing while they turning something over, something over.
So in 8 weeks' time, we're going to know whether hell, what am I talking about? In 8 weeks' time, they're going to just say it's done.
Yep.
That draft is pretty much signed already. A draft is only a draft until they put a signature on it.
Right.
They don't have to change. They don't have to change one word on it.
No, all they got to do is just sign.
And so here's
and then
the joke,
they're gonna take pictures when they
say right. It's been circulating since February.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's the final copy at? Please, all they gotta do is take the letter, take the draft, the watermark or whatever off of it, or the stamp. Print out a new copy and get it signed. Come on, we're not falling for the trick. We know it's already a done deal. It's a done deal.
Only time they'll change stuff is if they know it's gonna hurt their body.
I mean, it's gonna be a 5-4 decision because Justice Roberts is not feeling it as he shouldn't, and so it's gonna be a 5-4 decision. And the same people that come up to the confirmation hearings and say, "Oh, it's settled law. It's a law of the land." That's what they tell the Congress people when they meet with them, right? Oh, when they get asked in committee, it's settled law. It's a law of the land. It's precedent. Come on, man. Y'all tell us a bunch of cockamamie crap just to get in there. And now look what you do.
Yep.
Poo
All
poo.
branches of the government is political.
Every single one of them. And
All of
anybody tell you
them.
different is a liar.
But you know,
Right.
they was asking them, I think, about Roe versus Wade, and they didn't answer.
Well,
Mhm.
some of them keep saying it. Some of them kept saying to settle the law. Settle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
settle. It's
So
precedent. Whatever, man.
My belief shouldn't be forced on others. That's
Should
true.
not be,
You
man.
believe what you want to
Exactly.
believe.
You believe you want to have a gun? Have it.
Right.
But also, women believe they want to have an abortion or have at it. It's your body.
Yep.
What's the difference?
The never-ending game of Monopoly.
that's
That's
it.
what it is.
Yep.
They come knock out the poor man, and then they get to set their own,
Yeah.
their
Mhm.
They're gonna say
own
all the
thing.
little hotels and all this stuff and
Yeah,
just move them little houses out
Mhm.
at all the hotels around.
Yep.
yeah.
And
That's
that's it.
what they do. They come in cheap. They're like, hey, we have this big store. You could come in cheap. You could buy that. Kick out the little guys, move them to the side. And once their power is implanted, then they
That's
get to
it.
do whatever they want.
And the people that always talk about it doesn't make a difference when you vote, it doesn't make a difference. Y'all should
Eat
just,
those words.
oh Lord, you took it right out of my mouth.
And we say take them out back. That's everybody. Everybody that said they take them out back. Everybody that said it.
Mhm.
Everybody that keeps
Mhm.
because people keep saying that dumb stuff. Oh, our vote don't count.
Yep, and at the local level, that's where the stands got to make.
I'm gonna do some razor math. One plus one make two plus whatever else. Everybody's vote count, people.
Yep.
We had an election one time. I think it was Virginia where it was like they were tied or something, and they had
Yeah.
to do like some sort of paper in the hat
Yeah.
or something, pick out to see who won.
Think they had to flip a corner,
Yeah, exactly. It was something crazy.
something
So,
like that.
so that
Yeah.
one other vote would have took that person over the top. Well,
Mhm.
like Dummy said, I need 1,100. I need 11,780 votes, and that's one more than I have right now. While he's committing a crime on the phone trying to get election overturned. Hope he goes to jail for it. Yeah, I said it out loud. Hope he goes to jail for it. Not gonna happen, but I hope he at least get charged and go to court. I want to see him on the stand. I want to see him on the stand lying every day. That's what I want to see. I want to just laugh at him lying and see the people in the court believe it.
Not even my math could have found that many votes. I could have tried to do it, but it's too big. I can't come up with them type of numbers.
Like,
Man.
just find them, make them up, and find.
I mean,
make them
He's
up.
overdoing
I
it.
would, if I didn't hear it myself, I would thought somebody was punking me. I was like, no, nobody said that. Nobody said that on the open line for real.
They
Nobody
sure
really
Our
said
did.
that.
vote don't count. Why do they spend millions to stop us from voting?
Exactly. That's like one of the biggest
part.
business.
Hey,
Lobbyists,
Houston,
man.
can you call in on this program?
Not today.
Oh, not today. Hey, come see us on Thursday. Check us out Thursday or next Tuesday. You'll be able to call in next Tuesday, perhaps. You can call in. I would love to hear your point of view. I think tonight would have been a good night to hear people actually talk about this rather than, I know the comments kind of hard to kind of get a good point across without writing a paragraph.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We don't have the majority in the Senate. And why?
No, because we got a bunch of weaklings in there.
Exactly.
Bust the filibuster and let's roll them to 60. Or a simple majority. Let's bust the filibuster, get a simple majority, and do it.
Exactly.
Because
They
you need
can
60
do
votes
that.
to pass anything. And the filibuster wasn't, it's something that they made up anyway. So just gut it.
Exactly.
Y'all not principled on anything else, so scratch that too.
Right.
I don't know why they even like scratch. They can wait. Can
Yeah,
the
They can do
president
anything. Look what they
executive
doing.
order this stuff?
No, I mean there is no executive order that can help us now. The Supreme Court's gonna speak, and that's
Well,
gonna
he
be
don't help it. Sorry,
Yeah.
right, but you don't even help us because that thing bill from George Ford been sitting there for how many times now?
Yeah, they never. Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. They are forcing their ideas on people. Mhm. Y'all better start thinking about the Most High and forget about them wicked politicians.
Well, we
The Most High, like God.
But yeah, we're talking about God. Hey, listen, man.
We are in
I'm sure we all have
prayers.
our own, our own religious belief. I'm not here to push on anybody. So whether you believe in, God, Allah, whatever it is, so Christian, Jew, Gentile, whatever, it's your business. We're just saying overall as a society, this just can't stand. We got to do better. We got to get out and vote as a people because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is trying to chip away at stuff that we would be able to take advantage of, or take part in. So definitely that's not cool. Y'all want to go on one more time before we roll out of here? We're gonna roll out in a few.
Yeah.
What's your last thoughts, Razor?
No, but my last thoughts is this, man. Like, we have to go out and vote. We have to know the importance of voting. As much, we're not going to agree with everything, or everybody's going to have their different views, different opinion, and that's all welcome. But for the greater good of everything, you have to know what you're voting for, and sometimes you can't just sit back and say this doesn't affect me, this doesn't do that, and not do it, because when it's like they say, when it hits like a ton of brick, and that's what's happening, So like I said, my point is, I don't feel no man should be there dictating what a woman does with her body. Her body is her body, and she gets to dictate what it. If that's not your belief, then that's fine. If that's your
I think we got Razor stuck over there. Cherie, you want to jump in? What's your last thoughts?
I do not. No, I can't say that. Can't say that. Can't.
Man, I think we took an L tonight on the monetization. Hey, just take it. Just take it all tonight. We don't care. Just take it all night. Sean, Sean P, I'm sorry. Take it all tonight.
Can't do it. So
I don't want to go to HR tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to HR.
Turn myself in.
I'm not going to HR. Okay, but
turn myself in.
Y'all. I hope and pray that none of y'all children or none of y'all sisters, cousins, aunts have a crime committed against them and they have to be not stuck, but go through that trauma of carrying a child that happened from that crime. I hope.
Let me read one more comment. The war in Russia is just the beginning. The mark of the beast is here.
What I got to do with Roe versus Wade?
I mean, he talking about revelation. He talking about revelation and stuff like that. I mean,
that's what I said. What I got to do with that?
Listen,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But my thoughts are this:
ahead,
people need to mind their own business and their own bodies, and we just have to be prepared for what's about to happen, because it's happening. At this point, we're the only option we have is to respond.
It is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Wake up.
I mean, you heard it here, people. It's definitely going to get worse before it gets better. And we all have to just stay vigilant. We have to pay attention. I know people don't like listen to the news or anything, but we got to start reading some articles, stay educated on stuff.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm trying to get us out of here, but well, I mean, yeah, I guess I lost a few words here. Okay, anyway, people, if you're out there, please like, subscribe, and share. Hey, we came up. It was impromptu. We were taking a night off, but we want to. This was a hot topic today. We want to get in and kind of talk about it with you guys and chop it up a little bit and leave something for history. We want to put our mark here, so when you watch this 10 years down the road, you're gonna see here that we were outraged. We understood the issues, and we were discussing it. So I hope everybody to stay focused, pay attention, and let's stay on top of these folks.
Vote, people.
Vote. All right, people. Thursday night. Don't forget, catch us on Thursday. Righteous and Ratchet Thursday. Haven't been so ratchet lately. been a little in between, lukewarm. We've been kind of holding it down, tone it down just a little bit. But this Thursday, who knows? We'll see what happens.
This Thursday we're about to turn up.
All right, peace out, y'all. We love y'all.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.